Hey, buddies. No, I'm just playing. But I just watched um so let me go into a little backstory. I always considered November the best month to watch Pauly Shore movies. And in honor of that, I thought I would review Pauly Shore is Dead. So when a TV movie meets a Netflix movie, you get this movie. No, I'm kidding. Not all Netflix movies are bad. I'm just talking about the ones that actually are bad. But so before I get into this review, I'm going to name the stuff I could have been doing instead of watching this movie. I could have been raking my yard, and there's nothing to rake in there because I live in Arizona and there's no trees for there to be leaves on the front lawn for me to rake. I could be doing some time at a soup kitchen. I could have been I could have flew up to Virginia and went to one of my mom's poetry slams. And she doesn't do poetry slams, so that tells you. I could have been writing a memoir. I'm only 29. I could have been grooming my dogs by, cutting their hair, their nails, not the other kind of grooming, just to clarify. I could have been writing a screenplay about a chicken falling in love with another chicken. I could have baked a ham, and I hate ham. Well, I don't hate it. It's just too salty for my taste. Sometimes ham can actually be non-salty, weirdly enough. I could have been baking a turkey. Actually, that's an exaggeration. Turkeys take longer to bake than hams. I could have been grilling a steak. I could have been watching Let's Grill a Steak from King of the Hill. I could have been doorbell ding dong ditching my neighbors. I could have been watching Black Adam. I could have been watching THX 1138. No! I could have been watching a bunch of Chris Tuckman reviews. I could have been staring at my clock. I could have been working on my sock collection. And I don't have a sock collection, and all I would have to do is go around town buying random awesome socks and call it a collection. I could have been working on a cure for the hiccups. I could have been working on a cure for the common cold and failed miserably. I could have been my friend Pragmatic Addict. I could have been building a wall. I could have painted a wall, then watched it dry. I could have been watching a Carrot Top movie. Carrot Top's not as any better. I mean, I love Pauly Shore, but I'm probably not huge on Carrot Top. I'd never seen any of his work. Never been to his comedy clubs, although ironically they advertised for it heavily while I was up in Vegas for my birthday. Okay, now to get into this review. So the movie literally had really bad acting. It was a lot of cameos here and there from famous people, including Ben Stiller. There was literally a scene in there where I'm just like, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of laughing a lot through this film. Mostly at the cringe and mostly at the actual hilarity of the film. Yeah, it was like literally an all-star cast lineup. I mean, not like A-list, but like most of them were probably people Pauly Shore actually knew. You had Andy Dick make a cameo in there saying how Pauly Shore did this thing to him when we clearly know it was probably Andy Dick that did it to Pauly Shore. Let's be honest, people. But this movie was actually pretty laughable. Not in a good way entirely, but it was pretty bad. But I think I will rate it a 4.7. 4.7. That's a fair review rating for this film because you saw all this stuff I could have been doing instead of watching the film, yet I didn't do it. But anyway, I have to go to my mom's poetry slam. So anyway, stay tight until I see you next time.